until I hit my last breath. Music's everlasting even if past death. Not overacting, music's never past tense. Colliding with the greats, welcome to this crash test.
And here we are, we're live for another episode of the Bringthebars podcast. I'm your host, Casey, aka King Canada, and this is episode 27 of the show. This week, we're bringing on a guest by the name of Godsun Da Faraoh, aka BLM Da Faraoh, and Faraoh is Faraoh. It's not with a P, it's with an F. Search him up everywhere. The guy makes incredible poetic music and has a message behind almost every track he makes, and I absolutely love this guy's music, and after talking to him, I really respect him as a person as well. His knowledge of the hip-hop culture, his love for the underground movement, and just wanting everybody to win, wanting everybody to rise up and make a name for themselves, especially artists that have a message behind their lyrics. He's very big on the lyrics, and well, you guys are going to hear all about it during the interview. But yeah, Bringthebars podcast, episode 27. Before I bring him on, I'm going to do what I do all the time. I'm going to run a track from our guest. So this is Trenches from Godsun Da Faraoh, and it features JP the Pompaphilian. All right, let's run it.
As Americans, we will not give up a single right guaranteed under the Constitution. The history of unpunished violence against our people clearly indicates that we must be prepared to defend ourselves.
Banging off in these trenches like I'm ISIS or the Taliban. Slinging all these bows, dog, with an SK and a turban on. I don't give a fuck about a metaphor. Buy guns or the Jordan 4. Bring them back to America. Go hit the streets, go hustle for. Got my hitters here and they ready, bro. Got my snipers there and they steady, huh? Rise up, just rise up. Let the devils know we ain't with it, huh? Taking off your head with these yapper, bitch, we ain't playing here. Fuck 12, said fuck 12, leave 12 pigs, let they in there. Squad car still burning up on the Molotov with the Russia here. Politics ain't really shit, going one end out the other ear. Night vision like the covert eyes, new freelance like Jason Bourne. Place decision when I'm killing eyes, don't have a chance, I'ma call your storm. 50 rounds from a gun, they clear, what's the other kid, your mama son? Oh my bad, you ain't know my name. What? Bitch, I'm Godson. Oh my bad, you ain't know this game. Bitch, devil, I'm God, run.
That's them blue lights, grip it, tie that noose tight. Finished if you black, attack you wrong, you fit if you right. Let my soul fly, kill cause I ain't your kind. Even with hands up, I'm still in trouble, so I comply. I seen that cruiser flying, damn near ran right through the sirens. Hopped out and detained me, could've framed me, but my God stopped it. I see a vision of a world without conditions. No religion, no pretending, dirty cops deep in perdition. Wasn't limits to the growth, no cops killing us in droves. All your practices and tactics flood the streets until it's gone. Where the fathers bring them home, thrown in prison cause they strong. Your agenda is what built this white America you stole. All my brothers say no more, let my sisters labor grow. Hit them pockets, here's your bill, reparate all that you owe. A badge is only metal, all powers in the heavens. Stop fucking with us.
All right, this is episode 27 of Bring the Bars podcast, and we're bringing on Godsun Da Faraoh for this episode. So to start this off, just introduce yourself to everybody, let them know about your music and where they can find it.
Mad salute to the underground movement. We the movement around here. This is your man's Godsun Da Faraoh, aka BLM Faraoh, aka 100 Gang Godson. We worldwide, and I'm blessed to be on the podcast here with Bringing the Bars of King Canada and the rest of the family up in there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can hit me up on Spotify, Amazon Music, BLM Faraoh. Y'all can hear my YouTube, Godsun Da Faraoh, Faraoh, Godsunpa in the middle. Y'all can hit my Facebook up at Godsun Smith, IG Godsun Smith, Twitter Pharaoh DA, and yeah, that's just that, you know.
Pretty much everywhere they can find you. And going through your music, man, I wanted to say this is you're very poetic in your music, and you're very you send a message out, especially about division of races and God. Were you always writing in this kind of style when you first started? Is this a style you kind of obtained over time?
I've always written from a revolutionary point of view because I come from the original generation of hip hop. You know, me being 51 is it's a blessing to watch hip hop come from the late early 70s all the way up now to 2021 and watch the unfoldment and how everybody come in, change, evolve. However, the thing about it with me, hip hop to me was started to have fun and bring a message.
Yeah.
So that's what I aim to do. My goal right now is to bring the revolution back to hip hop. It left after the 90s, the revolution left the hip hop. And I'm not saying it wasn't revolutionary artists, because it's Tupac, you got Nas, Big L, you know what I'm saying, Big Pun,
Yeah.
Ice-T, all the old greats, Public Enemy, Chuck D, and all them. But at the same time, right now, for the younger generation that are pursuing this type of genre and pursuing for whatever means, whether they just want to get paid because they got a talent or whether they love the aspect of hip hop, it needs to be understood that it's always been a message in the music. And right now, it's not a message in the music anymore.
Yeah, I agree completely. I feel like you were saying, hip hop is a culture. It's not just rap in general. And I find I might be wrong with this, or might be just my opinion, but a lot of the new wave guys don't respect the culture or the people who built it. And that's just my intake of what's been going on with
No,
how it's evolved.
I totally agree with that, and that's the sad thing because you got to. And this with me is about history because I'm a big fan of history, studying history, politics, social things and stuff like that because it affects not just the black community, it affects the white community, the Asian community, the Latino communities, and everything. So you have a genre of music that is worldwide and everybody is in it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it has to be understanding that you can't not know the future of a music if you don't know its past.
Man, well put. And the status of what it is today, do you think it has evolved or devolved from what it used to be?
Um, we for me to say it devolved means that I would be taking away from the artists that have made it, from the
There are
artists.
still
You
really
see what I'm
good
saying?
ones.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't say it devolved. What I can say, it transformed within itself. It transformed to people paying attention to lyrics to people just wanting the catchy beat and the catchy hook,
Yeah.
not caring about lyrics anymore.
Yeah,
And
like I always
that
say, it's the producers that should be getting the recognition and not the actual artists a lot of the time now.
a lot exactly a lot of exactly and it's sad because you have record companies, labels, executives that run these major companies, and they want a particular element of music being played because it's been a war on revolution and hip hop since the 90s. When X Clan, Poor Righteous Teachers, um, What's the brother? Lord Jamar and all them, Sadat X and all, Brand Nubian. When them brothers start fading away, and don't get me wrong, gangster rap is cool. I'm not,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because NWA, though they was gangster, they had a message in their music because they were talking about what they was going through in the streets. They just brought it in a street form so those that's on the street can relate to it. We get
Yeah.
that. That's always been a part of hip hop. Now, we fast forward to what we hearing nowadays is B this, H this, suck my and come on, nah. I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, how many keys of cocaine can you sell and you ain't been in the Fed joint?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
The
also
message is gone.
my thing is I've never seen a key of cocaine. Never seen a lot of stuff that people talk about in the hip hop. I'm not one to fake it to make it. I can't sit up talking about I'm riding foreigns and I got a hoopty in the driveway. I can't do it. So I'm gonna talk about my hoopty. Because I can talk about my hoopty in a way that damn, he riding that hoopty like it's a Benz. Ain't no question. You see what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
you gotta be true because through the listeners' ear, they can tell when you're being fake. So that's why for me, a big
Exactly.
thing is I'll never be faking my music. I am who I am, and it was funny because you're talking about NWA and how they came out and they kind of brought that kind of lifestyle to light. You know, I'm a white guy from Canada. I was young at the time. I'm only 30, so when NWA was coming out, I would have been 6, 7 years old, and I
Right.
didn't know that this world existed. And when I heard that, it blew my mind. They brought it to such a widespread audience. And
Exactly.
I didn't know this existed. And that opened my eyes to going, holy shit, like this, it's pretty intense, you know?
Right.
But
True to
yeah,
that. True to that. I mean, it's like that. Even with Ice T, KRS,
yeah,
KRS-One, you know, all of the Fat Boys, you know, rest in peace, Marky D. Um, it's crazy. And then now you got all the artists, they getting killed. You
yeah,
know, come on. You can't talk about a lifestyle and embellish this lifestyle to the media and to the public and think the youth not gonna try to be attracted to that. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna want the diamonds, they gonna want the cars, they gonna want the clothes. And it's
yeah.
all about money. That's what it is. Hip hop is about money nowadays. Or should I say rap?
Yeah, it really has become about that. And we were talking, I want to bring this guy up, a shout out to him. We were talking about real rappers coming out now with real message in their lyrics, and a big shout out to JP the Pompaphilian. Yeah, I know.
Man, what? That what? No, I don't mean to cut you off,
Yeah, go
King
for it.
Canada, but that's my man. You see what I'm saying? I had to put the bloops up in there right quick. But listen, JP is such a gifted artist and writer, and everything I listen to with him, even from our collabs onto his own personal solo stuff, he people don't really listen to him. He deep. I'm talking about the boy deep.
Oh,
You know what I'm
absolutely. Yeah.
saying? And he don't mind putting what he goes through in a song, and that is hip hop.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when I hit him up for my first collab, and I listened to him and I studied him because I like to study the people I'm working with. And
Hey
I,
man,
I was like, I got to bring something true and something meaningful to him for even to accept to write on it.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
he
right. And
blew it
he
away.
not gonna accept nothing else. That's the
Yeah,
thing, and that's what I love about it. He go, look, bro, I need to get on track. Okay, what we talking about? Blah blah blah. Okay, and it's gonna have to be just like that because he not accepting anything less because he's not supposed to. Ain't no artist that knows their worth as a writer and creative have to accept anything less than what they're putting forth.
yeah, man. Why do something? Why feature just a feature? Like, make sure your feature has a meaning. And you know, he
Exactly.
always brings it. How did the connection between you and JP come about? And how long have you guys been making music together?
Um, yeah, our first song was Lyrical Assassins. That was like 2 years ago. You want another donut? Okay. That was like 2 years ago. So we've been cracking ever since then. Then he dropped the real enough. We dropped the real enough on his first album, and shoot, we just clicked. It's just that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? We click, and that's just that.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of your guys' collabs, and I know a lot more's coming. And every one, it just has such an impact, and I absolutely love it. And because of JP too, he also introduced me to you, and then I
Right.
became a fan of Godsun Da Faraoh right after.
Man, hey, same here, fan of King Canada. Bro, it's just too much talent in the world not to support it. You know what I'm saying? And I love JP also on the aspect we don't compete with each other on collabs.
Yeah,
There's no need. You know what I'm saying? Because we know we respect each other's understanding of what we are as creators. So this, and I'm not, Doe Fresh to Die, brother out of Kentucky, beautiful, gifted artist. Same with him. Collab with the brother. There's no competition. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just too much talent to be competitive, and that's the bad thing about hip hop. It's so competitive, and it don't need to be.
yeah, I absolutely agree. And why be competitive with the other person when you're both striving for the same thing? And that's
Same
just
goal.
making a fire track.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like in the interview, major shout out to JP the Pompaphilian. We both have a mad respect for that guy. There's going to be a lot more work from Godsun and JP in the future, and myself as well. So mad shout out to JP the Pompaphilian. And I'm actually going to take a quick little break from the interview, and I'm going to run a track. And this one features JP the Pompaphilian as well. This is Godsun Da Faraoh, JP the Pompaphilian, and their track Clear Skies Part 3.
To others as you want others to do for you. You messing over people, homie, you ain't with my crew. We keep it honey gang, we keep it boss, we keep it live. I'm on that top with that Glock, now we can't be stopped. The unbreakable, we out here building pyramids. Dropping knowledge through this hip-hop, we pursuing this. Cause I'm a boss with the attribute of Il Shabazz. You wanna trip, I will bust you with that solar blast. And that's my sun rays, open up your third eyes. I'm on my Morpheus, I'm sliding through your landlines. Yes, I'm a matrix, still a true Illuminati killer. Moving through the gates of hell, there is nothing realer. I'm on this earth with my angels and our golden wings. Boss like music on your brain, we doing things. And that's that code on the flow when we drop it down. If it ain't peace, you getting hit with K Brown boss.
Battle ready, sword in my hand heavy. Conveying my suppression on paper don't always help me. I'm swinging at these lingering cold thoughts. Let me sleep, eyes to the heavens with cold shots sitting in me. When would the hurt end? When I leave in this hearse. Before I die, I pray I do better than how I first did. When the verse ends, God is closing the curtains. I gotta go away, God lifted me up to serve Him. I don't spend a little time in the streets. Happy sinner in my schemes, I was fine being weak. But seeing the vision of me inside wood and concrete, as clear as the blue skies, is how the Lord called me. With His chisel, He chipped away at my misery and built in me a warrior spirit. We the elites. Blessed is he that'll seek, looking up at His feet, seeing His truth shine as clear as the sky. Speak JP.
There's a love to bring the light.
And going through a lot of your music, you represent the city, you represent Detroit a lot. How much impact does your city have on your music?
A lot, and I'm not the average Detroit artist because if you listen to a lot of Detroit artists, they have a particular sound, a particular format that they go on, and I've never been like that. Even in the '90s, when Detroit hip hop really started banging out, local and out, nationwide, it's always been a particular type of, and I've just never been in, you know what I'm saying? I always want to just stay in my own lane and keep it original, bring something different. So I would, pray and hope that my music represents Detroit, but also represents a different level of hip hop in Detroit.
Yeah, man, evolve absolutely. And one artist I always think of when I think about Detroit, and God rest his soul, is Proof.
My
Um,
man's, yes.
what kind of impact did Proof have on Detroit, and how did his passing affect the city?
Um, I didn't know the brother personally. Rest in peace to him. But I know he had a very big impact. My cousin, Cocaine Wizard, my ill gang partner, he knew him. You know what I'm saying? So talking with him about the brother, he was straight up solid. Kept everything going like at the church where they did the hip hop shows and stuff. Brought Eminem in, so the brother had a very big impact
Yeah,
on hip hop.
he's always the one I consider when I hear Detroit music. It's almost like he kind of really helped put that city on the map in terms of hip hop, which led to Eminem and other artists from Detroit.
Exactly.
But I always hear Proof stories, and
Yeah,
it's just crazy how one guy can have such an impact and also realize where he came from and never forgot that.
exactly. It's not hard to do. It's just you got to want to do it.
Yeah, and it's sad now because a lot of that loyalty from people, like we were talking earlier, money kind of changes you, and then
Exactly.
they kind of forget where they came from, or they forget the people that helped them rise up, and
Right.
kind of be a bad show sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll do that if you allow it. If an individual is not strong in the beginning before he gets it, then when he get it, it's a wrap. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you
Yeah, and
totally.
when you're coming up, I guess you're influenced by a lot of artists, but if you're to name off a few artists, like which ones really influenced you to finally take that step to go, man, I got to record something, or I got to write something down? Who really inspired you to do that? Even if it's not an artist, maybe a family member, but what was your inspiration, or who was your inspiration?
Me with music and hip hop because I always like dancing from elementary and middle school. So breakdancing, um, listening to Public Enemy, Ice T, like I said, KRS-One, Stetson Sonic, Fat Boys, Houdini, all the legends back then. Run DMC, MC Shan, it's so many that I grew up in. That's why I love the era in hip hop that I grew up in because it molded me all along. You know what I'm saying? Eric B and Rakim. Rakim came out of
Yeah,
'85 with My Melody. Then he hit dropping with bars that flew over people's head. They didn't realize what he was saying until like 5, 10 years later. You know what I'm saying? When they go back over it, it's just it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Even now, like JP, my partner Black Cash, a lot of underground artists that influence and inspire me. It's so many, man. I don't want to get the naming names. It's just so many, man. I love all of them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man, you got to, and it takes a group effort, and like some like me, I can just name one person to inspire me. It takes my family does a bunch of artists, and
Exactly.
growing up in a different time for me, you're talking about all these guys, Rakim. I know for me, I'm a big Daddy Kane fan, but that was
Hmm.
before my time. But what I loved about it when I first heard hip hop and rap, I would say it made me fall in love with it so much that I went back to study the history, and I found out about the Big Daddy Kanes, the Eric B. Rakim's,
Right.
all
The
these
Public
people,
Enemies. Right.
and it was just like unbelievable. Where I was like in love with more of 80s and 90s hip hop than I was in love with my time in like 2000s hip
Right.
hop.
Right. Nope. I feel you. I feel you. I mean,
And
mainly in the 2000s, hip hop was more R&B rap.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So they came in with Ja Rule slid in with his, then 50 took over, and so I mean, it's like you say that the evolution of it is impeccable.
yeah. Do you remember the first song you ever wrote or recorded, and like why you did it?
The first song I ever wrote, it was whack, bro. I mean, it was.
Mine would
uh,
have been the same, man.
hey, look, in my first interview with from the Ground Up podcast, shout out to Lady Miz and Ray. I told him my SoundCloud, my first SoundCloud is whack. Everything on it is whack. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. Yes, sir. What you want, bro? You want what? I get it, man. I know. Ain't no frosted flakes right now. You gotta wait till your daddy get home. Okay. All right. So, man. Well, I could say one of my favorite songs that I wrote back in '96 when I was in exile was "Days of Rage." I don't know if you came across that one yet,
I
but
absolutely did.
okay. So that was the one that really resonated with me. I memorized, did a performance on it for a Kwanzaa celebration on stage with a live band with it. It was one that stuck with me, and right now, and when I went to record it, after I recorded it and everything, I was geeked, but then I didn't really understand the impact that it would have, especially on a DJ Premier beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something I wrote when I was in exile and solitary confinement to be resonating nowadays. It's crazy, bro. It really is.
Yeah, and I'm not going to touch up on too much about it, but when you were in exile, did that put a big focus in your brain on your lyrics, or did that could like hold you back?
No, it did because I that's where I learned a lot of what I know. You know what I'm saying? Sitting, reading. Always been a creative writer. Even when I was in elementary school and stuff. Always loved English. Always loved creative writing. So writing poetry, short stories, and stuff like that. When you talk about writing rhymes, it's just part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? So it all fitted because I wanted to learn and I wanted to be a different individual than I was when I went in. You see what I'm saying? So all that, just like I said in Angels Cry, you know what I'm saying? I went in, came out of Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? So it's a process. Everybody go through a process of evolution. My exile forced me to evolve spiritually and mentally.
That's good, man. Seemed like it had a positive impact on you, which it doesn't on everybody, and it's nice to hear, that you
exactly
you learned, and especially when you're writing lyrics and music, you got to learn. A lot of people now can just rhyme the basic Cat in the Hat, Dr. Seuss kind of rhymes, but you got to learn history and you got to learn facts because it helps you in creating something that has a purpose. Absolutely.
Exactly. I totally, man, couldn't have said it no better.
All right, let's take a little break from the interview right now and run another track from Godsun Da Faraoh. This is Rise Up.
JP, Godsun. Rise Up, remix. I ain't here for the cameras.
Let's rise up, my people, let's rise up. Trying to divide us, my people, let's rise up. We stand out, they can't hide us, let's rise up. Let's rise up, let's rise up. Let's rise up, my people, let's rise up. Trying to divide us, my people, let's rise up. We stand out, they can't hide us, let's rise up. Let's rise up, let's rise up.
My mind might still be asleep. No peace till a hitter's heart don't beat. Damn, what I gotta do to make G's? Damn, what we gotta do to be free? Pain left a stain on me, engraved in me, so I pay no fee. Ain't gon' change my life, I paid the price when I love a world I can't please. We got so far to go, when you rape and kill and rob your own. See no queen, just soggy hoes. Sell crack to a fiend to flash dough. Backdoor black won't go. No blue night gon' take my soul. Trust no pig, the grave is cold. Dropped out of school, but this I know. Bless my father, been through the worst, but still he followed. Made mistakes, but his love ain't hollow. Respect is due, and to you I marvel. Hate rock my people sleep. Killing teens for a piece of weed. Feel the dreams, now will the schemes. Who's real? Everyone but me.
Let's rise up, my people, let's rise up. Trying to divide us, my people, let's rise up. We stand out, they can't hide us, let's rise up. Let's rise up. Let's rise up. Let's rise up, my people, let's rise up. Try to divide us, my people, let's rise up. We stand out, they can't hide us, let's rise up. Let's rise up. Let's rise up. Fuck police brutality, we ain't having that. No more. Cause we laying down you flat-foot pigs habitat. Let's go. Got these K's off in that trunk, bitch, we ready here. It's that power to the people, dog, we never fear. Right. Got our people off in them foreign lands and they getting killed. Damn. Why do all the neighborhoods look like a damn battlefield? Hey, fuck Donald Trump, dog, what's really real? Got our freedom fighters all caged up behind heavy steel. Hey, fuck Baphomet, ho, he ain't the one illuminated. I'm sliding through with my scimitar, hitting all crusaders. I'm that Huey P and that resurrection of Malcolm X. Blood in my eyes, devils, not a test. Let's rise up, my people, let's rise up. Trying to divide us, my people, let's rise up. We stand out, they can't hide us, let's rise up. Let's rise up. Let's rise up. Let's rise up, my people, let's rise up. Trying to divide us, my people, let's rise up. We stand out, they can't hide us, let's rise up. Let's rise up. Let's rise up.
They won't stop killing us till we stop killing us. That's just real shit. Don't help even ours. You feel me? With more of us to fight, there's more of us to fight. Rise.
Thanks, man. And
Couldn't have said it no better.
You going through your stuff is you really praise your empress, your queen, your woman, and and your music. What does she mean to you and your music?
Everything. That's my rock. That's my rock that believed in me when nobody else did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, with this music. And especially, like I said, I'm 51 and coming into the industry, people, it's gonna be some biasness, man. Sit your old blue down and all that stuff, man. Go get a job and all that. But they not understanding is that if it wasn't for the old heads and the old schoolers that really love this hip hop, it wouldn't be hip hop.
Yeah.
The underground, bro, we the movement, and they understanding it and they hating it. The industry is hating it.
Yeah, they really are. Absolutely. Like it's incredible starting even this Bring the Bars group that I started, the amount of talent that I haven't heard of and just people that I think in my head, man, these guys got it. Like these guys represent the rap hip hop that I fell in love with. And it's like you said, it's all underground. The industry hates it, but they're making waves. And I think big waves are going to come in the near future.
Exactly. You got to think, man. Everything is when they switch from CDs and stuff like that and start making MP3 players and all that stuff. Everything was like a domino effect. So now here come the industry. They using all streaming platforms now, and now the CDs and leaks and music leaks and stuff is crippling them. You know what I'm saying? And COVID ain't made it no better because their artists that's on their labels can't tour.
Yeah, and that's where most of the income's from.
Exactly. But look at us in the underground. Bro, we happy. We got our 9 to 5s. We do our music on the weekend. Drop it on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? We
happy. Absolutely, man.
So we still spending time with our family. And, we ain't going through all the headaches.
Yeah, because Especially now, it used to be a dream to get signed. Like, that was
Yes,
the vision, get signed. And
that
now a lot
right.
of people are taking the independent route, and you can pretty much do everything you can independent as a label would do for you. You just got to bust your ass twice as hard to get there, but it will be worth
Hey,
it.
it's gonna be well worth it because you own everything.
Yeah.
Come on. I would rather own my own masters, bro, and have my own creative rights instead of going through label contract, red tape, and all that rigmarole and tomfoolery that they be doing to artists, being on the label and can't do nothing for a whole year, bro, and
Yeah.
your advance gone. Now that advance gone, you know what they gonna be doing? They gonna be knocking at your door because they want their money back.
Yeah, it's horrible. You hear some horror stories, man, of how
Man,
some record labels have done their artists, and really talented artists very dirty. And
yeah, dirty, bro. I'd rather walk with the Walking Dead than be on some of them labels.
I think I would too.
Also, for real though, and it's sad because it's a dream. You know what I'm saying? Every artist has a dream to one day hit that mark. My thing, what I've come to understand, and this is more spiritual than physical, is that ain't nothing gonna happen without the Most High's blessing and or approval. If it's meant for you, it's gonna happen. If it's not, then it's not.
Yeah, I'm a big believer that a lot happens for a reason, and
Mm-hmm.
especially if you put positive vibes out into the world, just be a positive person, it comes right back at you in the greatest
Exactly.
ways possible. I lived negative for a long time. It got me nowhere, and then my whole mindset changed and how it is now. It's
Man,
be positive, get it back.
exactly, bro. It's 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 not enough love on the earth. Like I said in my song, not
No,
enough.
there's not.
It's not enough love on the earth. It's too much death. But we got to think though. What we've been going through with these last 1.5 years is the rapture. People can believe it or not. It's coming in a different form than what everybody expected, but that's what it is. This is only temporary. We spiritual beings going through a human experience, but we've got so locked on the matrix of the physical world, we don't even focus on the spiritual no more. And that's another thing that's been taken out of hip hop.
Yeah, well said, man. That's absolutely true. And I hear now a lot of people who do kind of feel the spiritual world in the artists like J. Cole and Joyner Lucas in a sense as well is very good at
Hmm.
that. And it's something that has been totally forgotten. And we were talking earlier, it's also sometimes it won't have that catchy beat and people don't want to hear lyrics, but people really got to open their ears and listen to what other
Yes,
people are saying, because some of it can really hit home and be very truthful.
exactly, exactly. And that's man, whoa, man, hey, you a great host, man. You slid that in and left an opening for me to come in and talk about better days coming. The collab featuring my other self, Godsun Da Faraoh, and the sister Sapphire out of Philadelphia. Man, this joint gonna be cold blooded, cold blooded.
I can't wait, man. You know to always tag me in anything you drop, and I'll be tuning in 100%.
Man, yes sir, most definitely. I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Now it's time for Random Bars. This is a segment of the show where one lucky member of the Bring the Bars Facebook group, type Bring the Bars on Facebook, type it on YouTube, we're everywhere, search us up. But one lucky member of the group gets randomly chosen to have a track played for you guys right here on Freedom K Radio, and the artist who won this week was L.O.E. Great guy. I ran into him not even, I would say, 2 months ago, a month ago, I would say. Really enjoyed his music. We got to talking. The vision he has and the vision I have are very identical. And just a great artist to hit up if you ever want to check it out. That's L.O.E. There's dots between the O and the E. And this is his track, Ride Out.
L.O.E. OMBJ. How you do that? Listen. I'm gonna ride out until the night ends. I'm gonna shine bright, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna fly out until the sky ends. L.O.E. we ride it.
starting the trend. TikTok crazy with a YouTube twist. Miss, shooting these shots for the fence. Swing that stick for the goals in the wind. Bitch get pulled like a kick for the bin. Lids, kinda like wigs be split. Pop, motherfucker hitting that shit. Drop top quit like a motherfucker Benz with your bitch and her friends. There's a whole lot of ends. Wind up dead like a rat in the ditch. Keep your eyes peeled for the steel. I'ma stay healed like votes for the hill. I'ma just climb, get signed for the deal. Shine for the veal. Slide to the O, hit the barrel for the win. Fuck them all though. I'ma make plans for the strip. Listen, I'm gonna ride out until the night ends. I'm gonna shine bright. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna fly out until the sky ends. L.O.E, we rollin'. I'm gonna ride out until the night ends. I'm gonna shine bright. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna fly out until the sky ends. L.O.E, we riding. Yo, I'm hot shit like a summer day. Cold steel for the winter fade. Stay sprung like May, never fall, time to celebrate. Life moves on when I demonstrate. Time to renovate, stay strong for the real, never hesitate. In it like a winner in the middle of the center stage. I quit like a minute date. For the realest and gorillas in the chillest way, it's me. L.O.E lost in it anyway. In the end of days, love over everything. Minimalistic, feeling ballistic, and finna change. Never sadistic, but hopping the bitches and giving the riches, tipping the slizzers, giving the business and finna straight. For the realest game, yeah, I fucking get it, babe. Listen, I'm gonna ride out until the night ends. I'm gonna shine bright. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna fly out until the sky ends. L.O.E, we riding.
And I am completely honored when I asked you to be on a track with me called King and the Pharaoh that we did. And it's going to be my first single off the Global Domination 2 album. I really appreciate you wanting to hop on and even hitting me up for more features after, man. It's nothing but appreciation on my end for you, you know, accepting the feature and reaching out on top of that.
I appreciate that, my brother. Oh, my Empress just walked in. Looking all beautiful. So, hey, bro, I'm stoked working with any great artist, man. I'm always humble because I'm always learning, and you know, I don't want to be misunderstood in the aspect because I definitely don't carry myself like I know everything because I don't. I am definitely tech illiterate, most definitely gaming illiterate. So, you know, it's some things I'm very illiterate about around these towns. So, with that being said, it's a blessing for me, like I said, to work with artists like you, JP, Black Cash, Lady Miz, Holly, LP, Lyrically Poetic. It's an honor. And said, I'm waiting for more, more collabs. I guess I'm the self-proclaimed collab king of the underground now.
I love it, man. And the honor goes both ways, man. You don't know how much I appreciate you reaching out, and I really respect your work, and I highly appreciate you as an artist and talking to you today, and even through messages as a person as well.
Man, oh man, thank you, bro. I'm speechless, man. I'm ready for this next joint we've been to cook together, though. This joint about to be classic, bro.
I can't wait, man. And besides the feature with me and you're naming other features, what's next for Godsun Da Faraoh? Do you have an EP plan, an album plan? Are you just going to keep throwing singles at everybody? What's the Godsun Da Faraoh plan?
Hey, you know, they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm going to keep throwing.
I agree, man.
No, I don't know. I was planning on dropping an album this year, drop it on my birthday. I don't know. I like doing collabs, you know, because to me, it helps other people, other artists get noticed, other producers to get noticed. You know what I'm saying? If I hear something dope, I'll be like, "Hey, JP, you want to get on this?" Or I hit you up. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's it's a more it's a more how can I put it? It's a more energized element on a song when it's different artists on one track. In my opinion, because JP energy, we got the let's say me, you, and JP on the track. We get the same energy, but JP might be saying this. You come on it, you saying it like this. You know what I'm saying? I hit on it, and
Yeah.
so we giving different perspectives, and the listener is like, "Ooh, wow, damn, okay, yeah, man, did you hear what Dog did?" You know what I'm saying? Because it's that's why I love collabing. You getting different elements from different people.
You're seeing the world through a different set of eyes. Like if you said,
Exactly.
JP and you, we'd all have a different set of eyes on, like looking through a different set because we all experience different things. And
Exactly.
and it keeps the song very fresh. And like you said, you feed off each other's energy 100%.
Right. Yeah. And then that's gonna keep the listener. Okay, well, somebody else, let me see what Dog talking about. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it when you got a good collab, it's people go listen to it.
Yeah, I love collabing, meeting all these people, jumping on. I love hearing what they can bring and, feed off them. I absolutely love collaborations. It's a fun way. I find it's a really fun way to write is when you have somebody else on the track with you or you've been sent a track because you're feeding off them and it's a different style than you coming up with your whole own song, really.
Amen. Amen.
So I'm looking at the time, man. We're hitting the end of the show, but I like to end it with a final segment with all my guests. And this segment is called Name Your Bars.
Oh, boy.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read out a bar or two from one of your tracks. No flow, no beat, no nothing, just the pure lyrics. And let me see if you can tell me which song these bars are from.
Okay, run it.
There's going to be 5 tracks. I'll start with the first one.
Okay.
The unbreakable, we out here building pyramids, dropping knowledge to this hip hop, and we pursuing this.
Clear skies.
Yes, it is, and that featured the guy we were talking earlier, JP.
JP, the Papa Fillion.
We can't be stopped. The unbreakable, we out here building pyramids, dropping knowledge through this hip hop. We pursuing this, 'cause I'm a boss with the attribute of Il Shabazz. You want a trip? I will bust you with that solar.
And this one, I think you're gonna get because we were talking about it actually, but it's. And what the hell did the politicians have to say? Live the American dream, but it's not what it seems. Illusions of reality covered up by media schemes.
Days of Rage.
Yeah. What the hell do the politicians gotta say? Live the American dream, but it's not what it seems. Illusions of reality covered up by media schemes.
2 for 2 on that one. And
all right.
This is the third one.
Yep.
So I grew up a misfit, an outcast, up in juvenile, whipping on the staff's ass.
Beating them down. No. Angels cry.
Perfect 3 for 3 so far. We got 2 more. Your JP was one of the only few guests who actually got 5 out of 5 on his. So let's see if you can match up with JP.
I can believe JP got the 5 for 5. Much as we listen to our own stuff, yes, I can believe that.
All right, number 4 is stand up for our rights as a chosen black nation, teaching children independence, people not integration.
Not enough.
Yes.
Full of rights as a chosen black nation. Teach the children independence, people, not integration. Revolution on the set, now with no hesitation. Shout to architect for bringing great inspiration.
4, and here's the last and final one. Damn, we gotta face another tragedy. Another black kid killed by the white sheep.
Can you please repeat that?
Yep. Damn, we gotta face another tragedy. Another black kid killed by the white sheep.
Oh, another black king killed by the white sheep. Yep. Hope.
All right, I mixed up kid and king, but yeah, perfect, man. 5 for 5.
We gotta face another tragedy. Another black kid killed by the white sheep. We're jogging down the Georgia motherfucking city street. And in the middle of the day is what was in the street.
Yeah, and the crowd goes wild. No.
You know your bars, man.
All right, man. I can't wait to do you like that, man.
I don't know how well I'd do, but I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Oh.
All right, man. That was the show. Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. The Pharaoh's Palace podcast should be dropping in August.
Oh, man. You keep me up to date with that. And if you ever need a guest, I would absolutely
love man, it. You know it, bro. You know it.
I would absolutely love it, man. It would be an honor.
Amen. Definitely an honor.
All right, but there we go. That was the show. I really appreciate you coming on and taking the time to talk with us. And
I appreciate you taking your time, bro. I'm glad you had the day off also.
Yeah, man. It was. I like doing the afternoons ones too over the night. One's more fresh in the afternoon.
It's more right. Facts, man. Mad love to you, bro. Bless you and your family and everything. Hey, it's the underground. We run the movement. We are the movement. Don't let nobody tell you nothing else. It's a great day to be great.
And there we have it. Another episode of the Bringthebars podcast is officially wrapping up. I was your host, KC, a.k.a. King Canada, and I would like to thank all you listeners on Freedom K Radio, the people who tune in on YouTube, and also Godsun Da Faraoh for being my guest tonight. I had a blast chatting with you, and this was a very fun episode to do. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are listening live on Freedom K Radio, you want to catch up on older episodes, just type Bringthebars on YouTube. You'll find the channel there. We got other shows on there as well. We got a Cypher on there. We got the Update Show, which is a video podcast type show broken up into fun segments like music video spotlights. We have Freestyle Fire segment on there. We're going to be debuting JP's reaction. It's just a fun 30-minute show broken up into a bunch of little fun segments. Show made by artists for artists. So check that out. Tune in if you ever go to the channel. But yeah, I was your host, KC. Thank you, Godsun. Thank you, L.O.E, for sending me that track. And most importantly, thank you to everybody that tunes in. It's really appreciated. But before we end this show off, I'm going to run a couple more tracks from my guest and leave you guys at that. So first track I'm going to run is Dedication, and that will be followed by Sun Raiders. All right, guys, stay safe out there.
Proper preparation, beats poor performance. This is dedication here and then it's getting enormous. Born a new commit, I got Detroit on lock. When police get to tripping, dog, we bust them blocks. Whoa, cause we hit them blocks slow. You better count them shots. Whoa, another pig in a blanket. Put him in the trunk and leave that pork meat stankin'. Arm struggle back and it's coming top banking. Hit the battlefield and we straight out flanking. You can't touch us, devils. Play like Fortnite, bitching up your levels. We plan a revolution, so fuck your bezel. We educate ourselves as we clean the messel. That's the gun 101 snitch. Cause in the hood you get your rad ass very quick. And we ain't playing with the prosecutor or the judges. Fucking worthy with her attitude and fucking grudges. People out here tripping like they in the Twilight Zone. Little nephew Tess got killed for an iPhone. Rest in peace, little homie, that's a damn shame. Motherfuckers on the block don't respect the game. Rest in heaven, young Nip, yeah, we heard ya. A lot of people on this earth don't deserve ya. Rest in heaven, Nip. Rest in heaven, Tess.
Brought to you by Posthumous Production.
I would die for my fam. Squeeze heaters with my bros. International, we militant, we killing all our foes. I'm a sun raider, dog, overstand where I'm coming from. Drop from the heavens to the earth. Got you looking dumb, a pyramid builder. Peep out the structure. Hella points, got your body off into a rupture like the eyes of Medusa. Turn your soul into a sculpture. That you looking for a raptor that you never ever capture. That motherfucking minutes, you can stop me till I finish. I'm immortal in this realm, fuck your devil ass sentence. I cross the skies in a boat like Osiris, cause I'm that constellation written on that papyrus. And that's some holy scrolls written for them holy hoes. And that's Illuminati, cocaine all up in they nose. They in the Hollywood, they in the industry, but it's the underground, it's who the people really see. It's boss life, mostly George, bitch, that's raw life. BP mode, Grindville, bitch, Detroit life. We can't be stopped, we on some motherfucking flame shit. Like that Taliban hit you when they plain shit, God.
New video released today shows the moments leading up to the deadly encounter between Minneapolis police and Floyd. You can see officers walking to handcuff Floyd to a wall and sitting him down. Okay, but then moments later, one of the officers starts to walk Floyd away. An officer later pinned Floyd down.
I think I actually need a break. Step back from the media, cause the agenda they pushing is fake. The new world order is at hand, I'm telling you nobody's safe. Devalue our structure in future, and now they coming for a race. I'ma make sure the bloodline is safe. I got the right to bear arms, so my shit is loaded. I'm ready cause shit about to pop. This shit from the Black Lives Matter. This guy's in these cricket, that's cops. You follow me right in the plan. Eating our people who looting. We be infirmed by the man. Listen to what they was saying. Get out the streets and stay in the house. Buy up the ammo so you don't run out. Close your ears when they run in their mouth. Our people are dying, they clearing the south. They wanna go back in time. They rather see us in chains. But this time we won't go quietly. We putting the pressure in graves. 2020, we ain't about to be slaves. Nigga, we taking the stand. I'd rather die free man. So I keep the strap in my hand. The nation is pushing out into the flag. Let me jump in my bag. Watching this bullshit is making me mad. The system dividing, the system is sad. Nigga.
Call me Bodie, defending all that is holy, but the pump affiliate is the difference between you pouring out.
You think they got that, man?
But if that's too complicated for minds to break it down, I'm saying Joshua and JP ain't on the same sound of Christ following. Half sane wanderer, traveling roads garnished by wicked visions of parliament. Real life. Let them see me depicted in a hollow TV. Follow all that seem to be making money, so I ain't weak. Leave a knee on top of me and relieve me from this degree. See a fleet of a stampede, topple everything.
No justice, no peace.
Beats brought to you by Posthumous Production.